What's up, everybody? How are you doing today? So, what is it that we're going to make with our blend of the day, right? Well, that's the question that you should ask yourself. Is this something that will be stable? Is this something that will be appropriate for use in your day-to-day life, right? What is going to be the foundation of your spells? What is going to be the application of them, right? These are the questions that we ask when creating new magic, right? And so as we're creating new magic, what do you mean by creating new magic? Well, doesn't everybody use the same ingredients? Doesn't everybody use these things the way that I do? No, they don't. And that's okay. That's actually perfectly acceptable. And that's the point. So that way, what you get up to and how you get up to doing it allows you to take your information and put it into practice, right? Today's ingredients were going to be Angelica, Cassia, and Whorehound, right? For domination. Instead, I've decided to create something different. We're going to use the Flyargaric. Now, Flyargaric is one of those ancient shamanic ingredients. It's an entheogen. It's an ethnobotanical specifically. Now, the Siberian shamans would feed it to reindeer and then drink reindeer pee in order to have the ill effects be mitigated by the animal in question. So for this, we're only going to use one little piece of the Flyargaric, and then we're going to use the Whorehound. Now, what does Flyargaric actually do for the magic? Well, that does miracle working. Whatever it is that you have that you need to do, and you just need to pull out of your ass sideways, to be able to get some effective stuff going, this would be the ingredients that you would use. This would be, when shit hits the fan, this can be the fan. Or this can be some shit, depending on. And then I've got a teaspoon of the Whorehound powder that I'm using, right? And so the Dandelion is next. What does Whorehound actually do in your spellcraft, you might ask? Well, it balances your energy between extremes. So that way what you get to manifest isn't going to be as extreme as so much it is forceful. So it helps mitigate the manifestation. If you're going to do something dangerous, like play with the Flyargaric in a spell, because that's just like scattergun. It's like, bam, magic, right? This helps to keep it on track. This is one of those where that other spell that we did a couple of weeks ago, to keep everything in a nice, tight focus, so that as you're creating this big amount of energy, you have it singled out down to one itty-bitty little point of manifestation. So as you go through and you create with this stuff, you get the opportunity to recreate as well, right? And so then what does Dandelion do? Dandelion gives you the freedom to be, right? What is it that you need to be free to be for while you're going through the miracle working process, while you're going through and, in this case, does the freedom to be extend to yourself, or is it the spell that you're allowing the freedom for it to be, right? So that way, whatever you draw with this ink, whatever you create with this, gets you those next levels of interaction with things like the miracle working process, right? And why do I call it a miracle working process instead of just outright magic or thaumaturgy, right? Is because under the right conditions, certain spells will cause specific effect. And then you need to follow it up with another effect and another spell, right? One spell leads to 2, leads to 4, leads to 5, etc., etc. And the reason why is because at each condition, you're going through and you're looking at it and saying, is this what I want? Is this what I really want? And if it isn't, how do you make it what you want? How do you make it so that way what you're doing is actually effective in the way that you want it to be effective, right? How do you do it in a way that allows you to generate new opportunities? Overcoming old obstacles. How do you get to do it in a way that honors the ingredients, right? That's part of it. That's one of the deepest parts of the magic, right? Is that as you mix this stuff up, it'll allow you to create a multi-level opportunity So that way, as your work becomes tangible and manifest, you can do the thing that you need to do, and you can adjust it as you go along, right? So as you're creating a single spell, it's not just about that single spell. It's because it's weaving a pattern, right? And so as you create these things, as you use one ingredient here, 3 ingredients there, 4 ingredients over here, and you start using all of the little jars full of all the spells that we've been creating so far, you can create a new narrative. You can create a layered intent based upon the interaction with those ingredients, right? So as you go through and you are creating from this ingredient, from that ingredient, and you're doing and you're building and you're conversing with the spirits in your spellcraft, working in tandem with your gods, working in tandem with all of the other things that you need to do in order to make your work manifest, right? And so this is how you do it. You build something that will do miracle working, give it the freedom to be what it needs to be, while it balances the extremes of the conditions. So this is a spell blend specifically designed to create the work that will help it progress itself, right? So you're giving the miracle working capacity through the Flyargoric, the other world connections, the Fae connections, the other people, right? You're giving that strength with the Whorehound to keep it balanced from the extremes. And then you're giving the spell itself the freedom to be what it needs to be, to take the form that it needs to take in order to get you the thing you need to do, so it can manifest accordingly. So this is more about the freedom for the spell to take on whatever form it needs to. So you're less concerned about the specifics of how the outcome happens. You just know that the outcome has to happen. Including these ingredients will help you do that. So with that being said, my friends, I'll keep it nice and short today. Oh, goody, we're only on 7 minutes. So this is fantastic. All righty, my friends, I will see you a little bit later this afternoon for the Right in the Afternoon. Now, that might be something that I'm a little late on today because I've got a friend coming over. So I will get that done and posted later tonight. It might not be at 2, but it will be up later today. So y'all be safe, and remember, don't be evil. I will chat with you in a little bit. Bye for now, y'all.